William's shrines were removed during the English Reformation, when this cathedral became part of the Church of England. In the midst of this huge upheaval, pieces of his shrines were buried across the city. In the centuries that followed, fragments of the shrines were rediscovered. These surviving pieces are now housed by York Museums Trust, while others still remain hidden under buildings and pavements. These surviving pieces show the delicate and intricate designs of the shrines. We think that each corner of the 14th century nave shrine was decorated with the symbols of the evangelists, each depicted in glorious detail. 3 of these corners have been rediscovered. 1 is still missing. Several years ago, the Minster's cathedral archaeologist, Dr. Stuart Harrison, analysed the surviving pieces of the shrines and worked out how they once all fitted together. Now, building on this research and using cutting-edge digital technology, we can further reconstruct this medieval masterpiece. Using handheld scanners, our team from the Minster's Centre of Excellence for Heritage Craft Skills and Estate Management has worked with York Museums Trust to create 3D images of the remaining shrine fragments. These scans were then passed to Viridian FX, a York-based visual effects studio whose work has featured in major TV and Hollywood film releases. Viridian's designers combined Dr. Harrison's research and the 3D scans to rebuild the 14th century shrine. Buried these pieces 500 years ago may have done so to try and protect them, hoping that one day the shrines would return to the Minster. The steps we've taken today to reconstruct the shrine would have no doubt been unimaginable to our medieval ancestors. But here in York, a UNESCO city of media arts, we have a long legacy of using the latest technologies to tell incredible stories. Whether using carved stone and stained glass or the latest digital innovations. Thanks to this groundbreaking collaboration, some 500 years after its removal from the Minster and 800 years after William became a saint, we can again see the scale and magnificence of this shrine made in St. William's honour. We can better understand, realise and interact with something that's been lost to us for half a millennium. The 3D model also helps us to explore how visitors to the medieval Minster interacted with the nave shrine. The shrine encapsulated William's sarcophagus, but there were open sections to allow people to reach through to touch the top. Today we can see these areas worn smooth by countless hands. This is just one physical representation of the devotion William inspired. We know from historical records that numerous miracles were reported at William's shrines. Many of these miracles are captured in the magnificent glass of the St. William window. This 15th century masterpiece is one of the largest narratives in stained glass ever made in medieval England. Across its panes we find stories of the people who interacted with St. William, from kings and queens to everyday citizens. The vibrant colours of the St. William window remind us that the medieval Minster would have been a place filled with colour. St. William's shrine was no different. It too would have once been brightly coloured. Today there are echoes of St. William across the building. Journey deeper into the Undercroft and the crypt and explore his story in stone and stained glass.